Yo people, good evening. Welcome back to this channel. What's good on the night when Liverpool have been smashed up in Napoli? When Tottenham have kind of scraped themselves to a 2-0 victory over Marseille. Champions League Wednesday and all, but never mind because the biggest competition in the world comes back tomorrow. Yes, it's the Europa League and the dizzy heights of FC Zurich. But what's going on, the real ones, Gooners, everyone on the channel, what's good, my people? Man, almost went to sleep like for the whole night. I woke up a few minutes before live, but the same Juma. I hope everything's good for you, bros. Blessings. I'm not going to start mentioning things, but bigging up you and the family. Been thinking of you, praying for you, etc. Hope all is good. Shouts out to Daniel, who's all going to be up in the stream tonight, people. Yeah, I couldn't get this one out there. I woke up like 2 minutes ago, which ain't like me. I usually put this out on Twitter. I've got to start getting the Facebook. I've got to get the Twitch. I've got to get TikTok. I keep screaming these things, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm fully monetized. So, yes, I was accepted. YouTube partner, monetization, all of this stuff. It's still blowing my mind. But listen, forget that. Liverpool got beaten. Napoli 4-1. Tottenham 2-0 winners. I think Sporting won 3-0. Listen, I know we're not looking at Champions League, guys, but Ajax 4, Rangers 0. Huh. There you go, Rangers. No more Europa League. That's more what it's like. Who scored for Napoli? Huh, Osimhen got none. Okay, fair enough. Atletico have just nicked a late winner. Yes, Griezmann, 90th minute. Wow, Atletico 2, Porto 1. Fair enough. Barcelona 5, Plazen 1. Who scored a Lewandowski hat-trick? Interesting. Inter 0, Bayern Munich 2, yeah? No Lewandowski. Leroy Sané amongst the scorers. I can't believe Liverpool. What has happened to Liverpool Football Club as we know them? What's going on there? Like, they even finished second this year. Well, they're not going to finish first no more. Like I said, you can't lose points against a club like Man City. But wow. Shouts out to Easy. What is going on with Liverpool? Humbled. Man, you're going to start hearing Liverpool fans calling for Jurgen Klopp's head. If that happens, Jurgen Klopp, come to Arsenal. No problem. I don't care if we're top, second, third. I'd still sack Arteta and bring Klopp in immediately. Right, it's just going to be a really quiet, lonely stream. Shouts out to Gemma, to Linda, to Daniel, to Hussein, so far for jumping in the stream. Shout out to you. Jurgen Klopp will be... Oh, look, just as I was saying. Look. What's this? Jurgen Klopp will be sacked to Liverpool. Is too broken and no longer play a dominant all-around football. Bro, but that means... Bro, let's look how close they was to winning 4 trophies last season. Obviously, I'm not saying you're silly at all, Hussein, but... Bro, they were kind of close to 4 trophies. Like, they weren't miles behind Man City in the league. Champions League, what did they lose in the final? How's it all gone wrong over the summer? Could it be the fact they're missing Sané? But I'd still say that's one fuck of a missing player. Like wow. But yeah, Liverpool, if you're thinking of sacking Jurgen Klopp, listen, we'll take him. It's no problem. Seriously, you can take Arteta. You can trust the process of Arteta. It will be fine. It will be absolutely a wonderful swap. Liverpool fans, if you're up for it, do let me know. Get in the comments. You can take Arteta immediately and start building your Klopp back up. And you can give us Klopp in it. Absolutely a winner. Won't finish top 6 at this rate. Wow, imagine if that happens. Now, Liverpool just going to have a disaster of a season. That would be interesting. I still think they've got too much talent, bro. Diaz, Jota, Nunes. I'm sure is going to stand up. Firmino, Salah. And then they've got these kids. The guy that I wanted from Fulham. He looked so good. I forgot his name, the little fucker. That is so interesting. Klopp at Arsenal would be sick. It certainly would be. Give tickets to Liverpool job. What? I'll give Tuchel the Liverpool job. Interesting. Thomas Tuchel for Liverpool. Klopp for... No. It's Harry Potter that's going in at fucking Chelsea. Can we believe this, guys? All right, I fell asleep for the last couple of hours and I should probably go and check 1-2 bits of related bits some news. What? Graham Potter in Liverpool. Graham Potter in, sorry. Chelsea. What do you make of Graham Potter at Chelsea, guys? Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. I need to get this out there. It's all a bit lonely and quiet. That's what happens when you fall asleep before your stream. I'm lucky I woke up. I woke up at 10:02 just with a weird feeling like, I should be awake. Whoa. Oh, God. Danny. Okay. All once. Let's call a bit of you. Shouts out to all the real ones, though. Where are y'all? Let's try and get a bit of Lee Akers in the building. See what's good. Let's get over to Twitter. 2 seconds, people. I'm going to have to put my thinking head on from tomorrow, guys. It's time to start downloading a bunch of videos for YouTube, innit? Let them have a piece of this, you know? And start getting out there. I still haven't worked out how to get the ads on my channel, but I'll figure that out later, man. It's all a bit much. This white boy has to take these things in stages because I'll start busting up my brain. Fuck me, Ty's in the building. Good evening, brother. And all the real ones saying nothing much, bros. It's the dizzy heights of FC Zurich tomorrow. Yes, Europa League football is back after one season at Arsenal Football Club. I suppose it's better than no European football. I can't lie, it's hard for me to try and G myself up for the dizzy heights of Zurich when you're watching Liverpool play Napoli tonight, even Rangers out in Ajax, or watching Champions League football basically for 2 nights, and then the relegation of Europa League. But listen, who am I to be screaming Europa League is shit? Fuck it, let's go out there, let's try and win this shit this season. You qualify via winning the Europa League, because at this moment, are we even a top 4 club? That's the actual real truth. Guys, fuck off. Guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we are new. Right, Jurgen Klopp changed too much in the way they play. Now he wants Salah to be focal point to distribute Alas the fullbacks. Midfield no longer create. Open for the top threes. Or for the final 3. So what we say? Trent's lost it. Robertson's lost it down the left. I'm sure it's a bad patch, man. These two can't just lose it. Like, they've been terrorising the Premier League for the last 2-3 years. Trent scores a lot. He assists a lot. Like, this guy gets 15, 20 assists a season. I don't know. We shall see. Liverpool can't be done for me. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure they scrape top 4. Whatever happens at the end of the season, they have a late fix-up, a late charge. They fix up. They're gonna grab top 4, surely. I'm seriously not seeing it as a collapse just as yet, but it does seem this way. What can we say? They've lost to Man United. They've drawn a couple of games. Fulham. What else have they done in this league so far? I don't know, but they've been pissed all over by Napoli. Napoli have started well this season, though, after some financial turmoil in the summer themselves. Can you meet Wagwan? Yep. What do you think? Tuchel for Liverpool? Graham Potter for Chelsea as the merry-go-round in the Premier League starts. What do you think? What do you think? Well, yo, Mr. Akers, what do you make of today's football? The football news. Graham Potter, soon to be incoming at Chelsea. I think this is a good move. This guy as a coach, forget all the managing things. Let's see if this guy can go out there and spot an £80 million talent or whatever. We know he can find Sassedo for £3 million. We know he bought more pay for fuck all and sold for 15. Trossards he's picked up for fucking next to nothing. These Alexis McAllister picking up for next to fuck all. I think he's going to make his Argentina debut soon as well, this Alexis McAllister. After I thought, where is this guy from? Why have I never seen him play for Scotland with a name like McAllister? And then I checked out where he's from. He's from fucking Argentina. Interesting. Alexis McAllister, but you're from Argentina. Well done, Sam. Well, I don't know if I was buzzing, but I swear he's been called up to the Argentina squad, or he's hoping for a call up to the Argentina squad quite soon, this Alexis. I think Liverpool's cycle is coming to an end, bro. What do you think, bruvs? The manager is class. Most of the team is world class. I think they've got a massive problem in the engine room, and it's a midfield team. They probably do need a little Sassedo, a Levea, Guys, did you know that that Manchester United and Chelsea, on the final day of the transfer window, both bid in excess of 50 million for this midfielder at Southampton, Lavea. Like, didn't Arteta work for Man City? I know he's probably quite young, but didn't he know about Lavea? Didn't he know about any of the others that have left? Especially when he first reached the club. But again, they probably had an agreement. You can't take none of our talent. Fuck you, Arteta. If you're joining Arsenal, you can't take none of our talent. How's about fuck that? Let's leave it a few months and start bidding for everyone in your academy. Because Man City have let a couple of players go this summer. This Sam Aduzi is meant to be good. He's gone Southampton as well, £10 million. Lavea went Southampton for £14 million. Within 14 days of Lavea being at Southampton, they were fighting off £50 million bids for him. Now, they've just stolen. Like, it must have been so tempting for Southampton to just say, fuck it, let him go. They just signed him from Man City for £14 million. Then within 2 weeks, Chelsea and Man United come with a £50 million bid. So the one question I want to ask about this is, did no one in the world know about this Lavea, the midfielder at Southampton? Did Man City not do business with none of the big clubs regarding this player? And was kind of happy for them to put fuck off to Southampton? Because that's interesting as fuck. Lavea, the writing's on the wall. January, Southampton are going to be getting bids. Brighton are going to be getting bids for Sassedo in January. They've lost fucking Graham Potter now. Is Arsenal going to be at the races for any of these midfielders? This is what we badly need. What Liverpool's going through now, bruvs, is a lack of investment for me. They've won the Champions League. They've won the league. They're a fucking superb team. But they're not going on like City. They're not buying Haaland. You know? They've clearly got midfield problems. You've got Henderson, that's old. He's gone shit. Milner's about 52. Keita's run out of fucking steam. Fabinho's gone dry. And this is for me where it's all for Liverpool. This Thiago's fucking always injured. They should have went out this season. If Bellingham is the guy they trust in, the guy that's going to be their engine midfield, they should have went out and put £100 million on Bellingham. You're meant to be a serious football club. I say the same about my own club, Arsenal Football Club. We just do enough in the market. Me and Liakers have discussed. Arsenal just do enough to try and push ourselves into a position where we're going to be sort of fighting top four, sort of fighting Europa League, perhaps a little run. And Liverpool are getting caught out in the same trap. Yes, they did buy Darling Núñez for quite a lot of money, but they just lost Mane. And that could have been the camel or the stick that broke the back of Liverpool this season if they probably had sold his Mane and not given him a decent replacement in Núñez. But for me, yeah, I don't think it's time for Klopp to go, personally. I think he needs 250 mil, though, to keep Liverpool at the sharp end of football. Yeah, mate. I think he needs a Bellingham. I think that's if Bellingham wants to come in as well. We've seen people like Jadon Sancho come from Germany and struggle. Bellingham never played a game really and truly, as far as we know, in this country. All right, he did. Sorry, Bellingham played for Birmingham, didn't he? So at least he knocked around in the Championship. But Sancho never played a fuck for Man City before he reached Germany. But back to Lavea, Southampton. You're going to have big bids in January. If you can hold him to the summer, you're doing well. You'll have 1 year service out of this guy. This guy's 18 years old and he looks shit hot. Where is Arsenal in the races for any of these stars? This is what Arsenal lack now, and this is why Liverpool, for me, are going through the struggle. Liverpool are badly in need of a Lavea, a Sassedo, a massive class midfielder, a Bellingham. And that's their engine room. And the amount of miles that the three in the midfield used to cover, the Henderson, the Fabinho, Thiago, if you like, if it was them as a trio, them boys are covering miles. They're doing a lot of that work, so the front three looks pretty. The defence is looking quite good. Is Van Dijk suddenly looking a bit shaky? Has William Saliba come to the Premier League and shit the life out of him? Guys, let's get into the comments now. All right, Linda, all right, I'm good. Zidane would have been a peaceful fit for Chelsea. Adam, do you think so? See, I would have embraced that and pissed myself because Zidane doesn't really even speak English. What the fuck does he know about the Premier League? I would have embraced that. I would have been delighted. Yes, he's a huge name in football, and yes, he has taken Real Madrid. Is it twice to the Champions League, or has he won them a couple in a row? I think he won a couple in a row. Got sacked for some reason. Come back, probably started done well again. Fuck Zidane. I don't know. I think Potter is the risky choice, but it's the intelligent choice. This guy is a coach. He can coach Aubameyang. He can get a song out of Pulisic. He can get a song out of Ziyech if he's still about. He can get a song out of Loftus-Cheeks and some of the younger guys like Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher will now be going nowhere for me. He'll become an integral part of Chelsea's team. Loftus-Cheek will probably be going nowhere, become a massively integral part of the team. Obviously, he knows the left back, Crusella, whatever his name is. Obviously, he's probably going to be a massive part of the team for them. Yeah, he's a proper coach, isn't it? This ain't, the manager. Let's see, though, when it's time to spend money, if he's going to be massive. Let's see if Aubameyang starts being late for training. Let's see the score regarding that. Do you know what I mean? That's going to be the interesting one for Graham Potter. I keep calling him Harry Potter. For Graham Potter at Chelsea. Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp. If you want to sack Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool fans, send Jurgen Klopp to Arsenal. I will sack Arteta myself, and I'll send him to Liverpool. And you can go and trust Arteta's process and do what you like, mate. Gomez at the back was terrible. See, there we go. But all I'm saying is the guy that holds that together for me is Van Dijk. I haven't seen loads of Liverpool this season, and I'm very interested to see a couple of Liverpool games over the next couple of weeks. So watch this space. I will be watching Liverpool, won't it? Like, let's have a watch along for Liverpool. If there was ever a good time to play Liverpool, I'd say now. By the time we play them in about 3 weeks' time, I reckon they'll be firing all cylinders. But maybe just because life's a bitch. Championship defender. Now, this Gomez looked like a fucking good defender. Remember, he gets in the England team, mate. People like Rob Holding have never been. I know we're not aiming at people in particular. I just thought I'd have a quick shot at Rob Holding. Rob Holding shit like that. As far as squad players go, Gomez has always looked good to me. Matip has always looked alright to me. Where is Ibrahim Konate? He started off his Liverpool career reasonably well. Where is Ibrahim Konate? Make my birthday present a lot better. Yes, happy birthday. Shouts out to you, Linda. Being from Argentina is so funny, bro. Who gave him such a Scottish name? Bros, I don't know. I can say his mother, I'm sorry to say, probably done the dirty a couple of times on the dad. The dad's probably done the dirty a few times on the mum. But I think the mum met a Scottish sailor or something. Like, I don't know. Like, when he wakes up in the morning, I bet he's like, hello! You ain't pal! And then talks back like he's from Buenos Aires or something in Argentina. Yeah, for the club. I was playing for the club, Brighton Football Club. And then Harry Potter left the club. And I turned into Braveheart. And I joined Glasgow Rangers, eh? Like, I don't know. Where the fuck's he? Then again, there's another one. The guy that we was linked with at Celtic. Apparently, he's murking it, guys. Like, apparently, he was a massive part of Celtic smashing the shit out of Rangers 4-1 the other day. His name is Mike O'Reilly. And when I was listening, when I was thinking, hey, where's he from? Scotland or Ireland or where's he from? No, he actually plays for Norway. Mike O'Reilly plays for Norway. Like, I don't know. So I think Mike O'Reilly's mum was dipping it somewhere where she shouldn't have been about 20 odd years ago. Because I think he's 19, 20. I know fuck all about this guy apart from Celtic picked him up from MK Dons for 1.5. I'm wondering where this brave heart of a Norwegian has just been floating around. But yeah, his name is Mike Riley. He plays for Celtic. He looks like a fucking good footballer. But do you think he's going to come in and fill up the English quarter? No, he's fucking plays for Norway. McAllister, I don't think he's ever played for Argentina, but the plan is to play for Argentina. Most definitely, bros. Remember, guys, it's an early one tomorrow, 5:40. That's why I went to sleep. That was my last thought. This is what I remember taking 2 puffs of this, so I went to sleep for a little while. Interesting. Yep, 5:45 kickoff tomorrow, guys. So do be in the building nice and early. I'd say 5:30 p.m. You hear about who? Hear about the woman Barca lady signed from Man City. They are paying her 350 grand a week. No. You've got that wrong. No, bros. The transfer fee was 350 grand. I'm not trying to piss you off at all. She's probably getting a packet of crisps and a £50 note every week. I don't know. I don't want to disrespect women's football. She's not on 350k a week. The transfer fee, though, was a interesting, Danny. The transfer fee was a world record at 350 grand, as far as I know. I'm not badly into women's football, but Sky are pretty repetitive and have told me about 400 times a day. It's officially gone under as an undisclosed fee, like Arsenal, pretty much being Arsenal has to do business. Yeah, it's an undisclosed fee, but it is a world breaker. The world record for women's football is actually 250,000. I didn't know that until this afternoon. And now Kira Walsh, her name is Kira Walsh. She's made the move to Barcelona, even though she had a year left on her contract. They've managed to get a world record free at 350k. So she's definitely not on 350 grand a week. I'm sure he's taking the piss. So I'm sure he's sitting there at home pissing himself. Where are we? Potter will only work if they afford him some time to get it right at Chelsea. Got history for sacking managers early. We don't know about the new owners though. Like maybe the new owners always wanted their own scenario. Maybe they're not going to be quick to fire people like Abramovich. This we don't know. All I know is about this guy is when he walked into his American club that he bought, we've kind of done the same thing. He sacked all the backroom staff, like the Peter Checks. He sacked the manager, and he's done his own thing. So I think personally, he's given Tuchel a couple of months, and obviously didn't like the geezer or just didn't feel his style. But listen, again, Chelsea have been kind of playing dire. They've scraped to 3 points against West Ham the other day. West Ham should have got at least a point. They're as good as Chelsea in most areas in that game. I did watch the whole 90 minutes, and I can't believe poor little bastard West Ham didn't come away with at least a draw. Potter would need time. I don't think Chelsea can offer that. Now, again, okay, Adam, please get a like on the video. Please be subscribing, as I'm pretty certain you're new. We don't know. The new owners, we don't actually know how they're going to roll. Yes, I feel it will be pretty much like the Abramovich era, and people get fired pretty much straight away. But this is their guy. This is the guy that they've sacked Thomas Tuchel, Champions League winner. I know it happened to Roberto Di Matteo at Chelsea. So strange the way life goes, isn't it? The guys that actually win the Champions League get fucked off within a couple of months. We've never seen a Champions League in our life. Oh, God. But that's a story for a different day. We won't get all pissed off about that tonight. But I don't know. Again, coaching, for me, Harry Potter is fucking class. Like, look what he's done at Brighton. Look at some of the players. Like, he bought this guy, the left back, with all the hair. Was it Crusella, for between 6 and 8 million, sold him for 63. Like, within a year or so. Like Morpie's probably bought for a bag of crisps, sold him for 15 million. Trossard he's got for cheap. Alexi McAllister bought for fuck all. I wonder what's the most money this geezer's ever spent on a player. I bet whoever he spent the most money on isn't one of his better signings. If I'm right on that little guess there, that could be the only alarm bell. Is if this guy can handle the big personalities, the egos, the Aubameyang's been late if he's a late person. Can he handle, I don't know, 30, 40 good English players or whatever they are, all in the academy and all screaming for a chance in the first team? I don't think this is going to phase him. The transfer business, is it going to be all down to him? So you don't know what the policy is at Chelsea. Is he? Like, I'm sure he's going to recommend the players. Fuck me, he's the manager. But is he going to have the overall say? Or is it going to be, listen, this is what we've bought you, work with it? Potter's probably a good manager like that as well. Could probably just get personalities and probably just work with them. But is that really good for the harmony of the club? I didn't know. I've missed most of the football tonight, to be honest with you. I was sitting there gearing up for the Champions League, and then I just knocked out. I blazed the sleep and fell asleep until exactly 10 to 10. Well done, my brother. Well done, well done, well done. Glad to see everything's all good. So, yeah, man like Ty's up and about again. They're lovely. I thought you didn't know about women's football, Dan. No, I don't. I've just been listening to Sky Sports News, and they're quite repetitive. They repeat themselves a lot. So, all I can say is, again, Kira Walsh, Edgeway Barcelona, for what is a world record fee, 350 grand. I don't know what she's earning weekly, Akers or anyone else, but yeah. What happened to Salah after contract? He fell off the bus. Uber. Would you step up, please? The number 10, Mesut Ozil. It's catching that shit, innit? Hadnumi, comment of the day. The shit is catching. Mesut Ozil caught the disease at Arsenal. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang caught the thing at Arsenal. It's nice to see, I suppose. It's a bit contagious. Liverpool seem to have caught the bug as well. You overpay the player is not the same player. Interesting. Where do we pick this one up from? Let's pick it up from where it actually is. Since Salah signed that deal, and you see his big face, and they've just had their defeat in the Champions League, but he's just signed on. He's sitting on a balcony somewhere, listening to some peaceful music. Oh boy, There isn't a peaceful harmony in Liverpool no more. Brilliant comment, Hank Yumi. This is why we all love you on the group. This is why we all love you on this YouTube channel, bro. But yeah, has he caught Mesut Ozil aritis? Has he caught Aubameyang aritis? I don't know. And he seems like such a good, trimmed human being. He doesn't care about Ferraris, planes. Oh, I don't want 10 Land Rovers. I don't need 7 Porsches. Is it just a blip with him? Or is it the whole 11 at Liverpool? Is the team suffering? That's it. The whole team is suffering, guys. Jurgen Klopp needs to get out a whip somewhere, whip some of these fuckers into line. But honestly, I think it's time the American owners, and fuck, God bless American owners, eh? These American owners are fucking him over. He probably needed 2 world-class midfielders in the summer, and he hasn't been given the money. I honestly think it's as simple as that. I think Jurgen Klopp is intelligent enough to know what his team needed. I don't really believe he wanted Melo either. And we're going to see that in how many minutes he plays this Melo. I don't think Melo was his cup of tea. I think he probably wanted to Bellingham early. I think he wanted to Bellingham in. He wanted to get his engine room sorted. Because Liverpool do a lot of work through their midfield. It was Milner, who's about 52. Henderson, that's about 41. Keita, that's looking dry. Fabinho, that's looking even drier. It's all, for me, it's that's run out of steam. The defence hasn't turned shit. Van Dijk hasn't shit himself because William Saliba's hit the country. I don't think Trent Alexander and Andy Robertson are now shit fullbacks. I don't think Alisson has turned into a shit goalkeeper. I think they need 1 or 2 confidence signings, bro. 2 big midfield signings. They need Bellingham and they need a Saicedo or a Lavea at Southampton. I can't believe Chelsea and Man United both had £50 million bids for this Lavea turned down on deadline day in January. The writing is on the wall. Lavea has just joined Southampton from Man City. That's Sam Maduzi just joined from Man City. These guys look like they're going to be shit hot little players, especially Lavea. Lavea's going to be gone in January. So many teams are tracking him. He's just joined Southampton for 14 mil from Man City. Where was Arteta in the bidding for this? Like, didn't he work for Man City, Arteta? Or am I buzzing? Am I blazing too much? Wasn't Arteta the number 2 at Man City? Shouldn't he know about Lavea? Shouldn't he know about all their youth players? No? Fucking ugh. But where Arteta has honestly got a fucking pussy where his dick should be, he would never bid for one of Guardiola's players in case Guardiola ran around his house and gave him a good slap. Harry Potter, I know his name's going to stay Harry for a little while. My brother, how are you, bro? What's good? What do you make of Harry Potter incoming at Liverpool? Chelsea, sorry. What do you make of Liverpool's form? Have they gone rubbish overnight? Hazard, I'm sure you've been sort of listening to the conversation where we're going tonight on the stream. But yeah, bigging up to all of you. Almost half an hour in already. What's going on? Liverpool has 4 this evening, but Klopp won't be fired. Well, would you sack Klopp, bros? Arsenal lose fucking 3 games in a row on the way to Champions League football, or trying to get Champions League football last season. We lose to Southampton, we lose to Everton. I don't know. We get kicked all around the park. I mean, everywhere we go, we're getting beat up. Like, you don't hear Arteta getting sacked. So why, after winning Champions League, after winning the Premier League, should Jurgen Klopp be sacked? So who? Napoli, Champions League. They've started bad in the Premier League. Their Champions League campaign started tonight, Tyler, and they've been smacked up again. All doesn't look good at Liverpool. Seriously, there is a problem. I don't think it's time to start sacking Jurgen Klopp. Excuse me, because if it ever is time to sack Jurgen Klopp, we've got to get rid of Arteta immediately and bring Klopp to Arsenal. Simple as. Napoli. Are you excited about Matt Turner tomorrow? Hey, my name is Hank Yumi, and I'm listening all the way from Cali, and I just can't wait to see Matt Turner and go up for Arsenal tomorrow. Hey, I know I'm not American officially, but I feel like a part of things as I'm over here working at the moment. So, hey, Matt Turner, number 1, yeah? I literally can't wait for Matt Turner and goal tomorrow. Just because I can see me just talking American for most of it. Hey, every time a goal kick. Hey, I'm about to kick this ball down the field on field play. Oh, shit. Yeah, we've got an American in goal tomorrow. Fuck, Why? Who the fuck convinced Arteta to spend 7.5 million on this guy? Are we ever going to see Vieira? I take it tomorrow is the new era of Vieira, yeah? Or there's a steward's inquiry. For me, This guy already looks 4 stone, and I have a feeling this is malnutrition. His mouth. I can't say it, can I? Malnutrition. Listen, he's called Marga, skin and blood clot cells. His little skinny self is probably the reason why he ain't playing. I think he needs to eat a few McDonald's. He needs to go best Turkish kebab a good few times, fatten the boy up, send him in the gym. Who knows? Yeah, mate. Mate, I think that this could be very smart. I don't think these owners are actually dickheads. I think they're fucking cold, calculated businessmen. I don't know much about American football, but when they took over their franchise, let's call it in America, they done something very similar. They came in, they changed everything, ripped up the backroom staff, ripped up the youth, ripped up everything, ripped up the manager, and now that team is murking it. Whoever they are, I don't even know who they are in American football. I think they're one of the big players out there. So Todd, or whatever his name is not a muck. He is a businessman. The only mad surprise is that he let Uber get he let Tuchel get Uber. He let Tuchel get Sterling. Who else the fuck did they buy in the summer? They let him get William Fofana, Koulibaly. And yeah, 5 games into the Premier League, they're not really balling. And they lose at Dynamo Zagreb, not one of the European greats. I get it why all eyes was on Tuchel, but even to sack him immediately was a bit fucked up, innit? But anyway, on to your question, mate. We don't know about this guy signing 50, 60, 70 million pound players. Nor do we know, can he handle people like Aubameyang being late? Can he handle little strops from stars that ain't playing? Can he handle 2 decent goalkeepers to choose from every week? He's never had such luxuries. 2 players in every position. Chilwell Cruzella, his left back. One of all the fucking hair. But I think he's a proper coach. You know, a coach. A person that's not a man. Not the guy that spends 100 mil on a player. I think just give him the players and he will be fine. I'm not saying you should sign the players for him. I'm not saying like he should be just strictly like a tracksuit manager, if you like. But yeah, that's what I actually see my man as, the guy in the tracksuit, innit? He's the one that's out there coaching, training, on the training pitch. I see Potter as that guy. And I think he's a fucking good manager. I don't know why. A couple of months ago, I thought, hold on, this guy's going to be the next England manager. But no, I think he's got a lot more shit to do in probably career football, innit? I was thinking Gareth Southgate might be getting the high jump soon. If they want to keep it English, who knows? Graham Potter. But anyway, to finally put a nail on your question, Rodney, and respect to you tonight, brother. I think this could be mad clever for Chelsea, yeah. I fear for this appointment. I think that this could be a very good one. I would much prefer them go get Zidane or anyone else. I would have felt much more comfortable about it. I would have slept a lot fucking easier tonight. I think Potter is a good manager, and I think he'll whip them boys into shape, innit? Seriously. And I reckon you'll see it quite quick as well. I don't think there'll be no 2-1 season of just fucking around, you know what I mean? What's it called? Like a transitional season, a season of transition, blah, blah, blah. I can't really see that. I can see this guy coming in, having an abundant of talent there and thinking, well, do you know what? I don't actually even need any signings. I need to just sort of go through this squad. I think he's going to be one of them managers like in January. Do you need 100 mil to spend, Sam? No. I've got so much shit here. I've got to wade through all this bollocks first. So hold your 100 million. We'll think about it in the summer. That's what I think that's the type of manager I think he's going to be like. He's going to have so much talent, like, he ain't going to need to buy nobody. Then he's going to look in the reserves. We know Chelsea have got a fucking very, very, very fucking bright academy. And he'll probably take a few people out of the reserves. So personally, Graham Potter, Chelsea, I think it's a good appointment. I think it's very wise, very shrewd. Whatever it's cost Chelsea to get him off Brighton, he's probably not one of them managers that's going to ask for £10 million a season either. But what the fuck do I actually know? I don't know. What happens when they play the better teams? Brighton played the better team every week, bruv. Real talk. Brighton were the underdogs every time they fucking set foot. Well, until recent months and that, they were the underdogs every time they fucking stepped their feet onto a Premier League pitch. Bruv, they don't have goal scorers. They had Danny Welbeck and Morpad to try and score them goals. That was the only thing Harry Potter, for me, lacked at Brighton, was a fucking guy that could score goals. Or his team was a fucking good team. Don't know if he addressed it in the summer either, or if he had the money to. I know he lost Morpay. I don't know if they bought a striker. Anyway, it doesn't really matter no more because he's fucking off to Chelsea. there we go. But interesting question as well, Ty. But what happens when they play the better teams? I don't know. I think everything's fine because he's played the better. He's always went up against the better team. Every week he goes up against the better team, and every week he pulls out amazing results. It's unbelievable. Like, you know, Brighton are currently sitting fourth in the table, bro. Like, I know it's only 5 games in, but they're sitting fourth. Not finishing. They're sitting fourth. They lost their left back for £63 million. Yeah, they did get a replacement, but you know what I mean. They lost Ben White the season before. That didn't touch them at all. Is it because Ben White is shit or what? You know what I mean? This Cruella, the left back, doesn't seem to have touched them either. He has this knack of losing a player but bringing someone in that will be just as good. He's got eye for talent. I wonder if this means Chelsea stop buying such fashionable players. Like, does he go and find his little Trossards from Belgium and think that's going to work at Chelsea? Now that could cause a problem. But who knows? I do believe so as well. Even since Soler came back to the defence, we can't keep clean sheets. It's not coincidence that this thug injured our whole defence. No, ruined our whole defence. Bro, stop being such a fucking blowjob and get out of here, bros. You're boring. You're fucking boring, bros. Big up Hazard. Big up all the real ones. Hazard, Hajumi, Rodney, Liakers, Linda. Guys, please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. 35 minutes in. Right, let's catch up with these comments. What's Liakers saying? Chelsea have made a lot of questionable signings. Yeah, mate. Have they overspent on a couple? Is Koulibaly really ready for this league? Fofana, 70 mil. Imagine 170 million on them two. Wow. And then sending them on loan, or Lukaku. Did both of them fuck off on loan? Because I think, no, Kepa's still there, isn't he? But I think Kepa was lined up to go back on loan to Italy as well this summer. I know, bros. Most definitely. After one game, he's gone. I wonder what Uber's thinking. I couldn't really give a fuck what Uber's thinking, to be honest with you. But yeah, that does make shit interesting. I don't think Potter's one of them guys, though. Like, I don't think he seems like a bad character. He's going to go in and look at Aubameyang and think, Aubameyang, you're a world-class goal scorer, so Aubameyang's going to have more than a fair chance to play under this guy. I don't think Tuchel's going to Potter's going to start going with false number 9s and all that. I think he's a bit old-fashioned for that. Who knows? But it's going to be so interesting to see how Chelsea fare in the next 2 to 3 games, though. I don't think we're going to see a shit Chelsea, guys. I really don't. Fofana. This Fofana is good, but he's not worth the amount of money they paid for him. Yeah, we get that, bros. Sometimes, though, when you really lay, like, that's the guy I want, and the club know it, and it is a club like Leicester that ain't, well, don't massively need to sell because they don't really buy it. So, yeah. They don't. There's an elite English manager. This is what I'm thinking, bros. And now he's got his fucking chance to prove it, bros. Like, listen, look, I do believe, wasn't he out in Norway or somewhere before he got the Brighton job? Wasn't this guy? Didn't this guy play Europa League against Arsenal a couple of years ago for some Norwegian team? I'm sure that was him. Graham Potter was the manager of some Norwegian club. They played Arsenal. We beat them up home and away as you do. And then he got noticed and got a move to England. Was it Swansea first and then Brighton, perhaps? Don't fuck with me. You know, I know my football people. Can't allow me, innit? He went Swansea first, I think. And then on to Brighton. I can't remember. But yeah, I'm sure he was out pretty much fucking around in Norway for quite a lot of his career. He's a good investment for the future, Lee. He is young. Yes, he's 21. I still think they've paid easily 20 million too much for him, if not even slightly more. They've got to have paid 20 million too much for this guy, guys. Rodney, 80 million for Varner is way too much. Sorry. They would have given the money to Rudiger. Now, that could be a bit of the problem. I don't think Christensen was the best defender in the world, but he was there for a good few seasons. Obviously, he went Barcelona on a free. Rudiger was there for a few seasons, but he was fucking good there. As far as I know, he ain't even getting in the Real Madrid team. I think they've played him once or twice at right back. Might have tried him even at left back with Rudiger. So, Rudiger. But, yeah. Fuck that. I reckon that's Brighton on the slide now, bro. Like, who comes in? Unless they go, they've got someone lined up within the club that kind of knows what Potter's been doing. I can't see them bringing a manager from outside and him just coming to the Premier League and doing well. I don't know. Who's the Swansea manager? Is he doing well? Maybe they can repeat the trick. Go to Swansea, rob their manager. I don't know. What I do know is now, the way Brighton negotiate for people like Ben White, or when it's time to sell Basuma from their club, like, you know what I mean? They don't like people letting go for cheap. So I wonder how much have they got for their guy. They must have knew this day was coming as well. Fuck me, at 70 million, bros. I'd hope for him to be a lot more than half decent. Bro, peace out to you, the Pops, all your family. We're all thinking of you, my G. Harry Potter to work magic. Work magic at Chelsea. I reckon so as well, to be honest with you, bros. I reckon he's got all the talent in the world. I have all the players in the world. Now, he ain't going to buy no one in January, bros. He's still going to be wading through that collection of youth talent in January. So I don't think they need signings for a little while. I think he's good enough to run with the squad as it is. Come the summer, he might want to put a couple of pieces of gloss on it. I wonder, is there anyone at his Brighton squad that he'd like to bring through, like an Alexis McAllister or a Trossard? I'm sure Danny Welbeck won't make it down the King's Road. But anyway, actually, he's probably intelligent enough to. I reckon Potter, and this is going to sound fucked up to Brighton players, but that's probably the last place he's looking. He's got the most out of all of them motherfuckers, and he probably knows at Chelsea it's a different level. So we shall see, innit? Oh, the thunder is starting in North London. Oh, yay. Thunder and lightning in North London, people. Chelsea have the experience of Thiago Silva, though, in defence. Yes, they do. And he should be able to help Fofana. Koulibaly's there. I don't really know how he started his Chelsea career. I know he's got John Terry's number 26. All this talk of Chelsea with Liverpool in the mud, though. So let's quickly switch our attentions to Liverpool. What actually has happened over the summer? At the end of the day, last season, they won 2 trophies. Runners-up in the Champions League. Finished second only to Man City, obviously, in the Premier League, which was reasonably close in the end. So how do you almost pot 4 trophies the year before? You do lose Mane, but you do recruit Darling Núñez for 87 mil or 69 mil, whatever it was. I don't know. See, I think Mane was a kick in the bollocks, yes, and I do think they're feeling the pinch from Mane. I still think it's a midfield problem. I think if Bellingham is one of their Jude Bellingham is one of their main targets, they need to rush back through this summer. They needed to put the money on the table. It's the Henderson, it's the Keita, it's the Fabinho, it's Thiago always being injured for me. Like, I think it's a midfield problem for Liverpool. Like, the defence hasn't gone shit overnight. Trent scores, he assists. Robinson, not really the scoring, but he assists. He gets forward. He's a good defender. Are we saying Alisson and Van Dijk, the heart of the defence, has gone shit? I'm pretty convinced not. I think they do need a couple of players, though. I do think they need to freshen up the midfield. Like ASAP, whether it's Jude Bellingham, whether it's a Salcedo from Brighton, a Lavea from Salcedo from Brighton, and Lavea from Southampton. They need some young, strong, thirsty, hungry midfielders. Like Lavea, Salcedo, Southampton, and Brighton, respectively. I think both of them footballers will probably be high on Liverpool's fucking targets in January the summer. It's blood in the midfield they need, guys. They need a Vieira, they need a Petit. They need a Henderson, but 10 years younger. They need even a James Milner, but 10 years younger. Danny, big up Graham Potter. Does deserve to manage a big club like. Oh, hold on. Big up Graham Potter. Does this? Yeah, of course he does. I reckon he does as well. I think he's done a fantastic job at Brighton, Bucks. And now we're going to see how he runs with this. This here is the next England manager if he plays his cards right, or even if he wants the role. Quite easily, quite simply for me, this is the guy that replaces the other Harry Potter, the Southgate Potter at Chelsea. Fuck, England. So yeah, Liverpool in the mud. Chelsea, are they going to sort it out with Graham Potter? Will Graham Potter struggle for a few games? I don't think so. I think there's so much talent there. I think he's a real coach, how do you explain him? A tracksuit manager, the guy that's on the training pitch from 9 to 5, you know what I mean? That's what Graham Potter strikes me as that training ground manager, the guy that wants to do all the tactics on the pitch. He wants to look at the opponents coming up. Let's watch this video, boys. We're going to watch this. I think if the Chelsea guys apply to what he wants to do, I reckon if they listen to him, if they respect him as a manager, I fucking honestly think this is a fucking winning formula. And I don't think these American fuckers, these Todd, whatever his name is, Todd Blow myself, I reckon they're smarter than we all thought, guys. I don't think he could walk straight into the club with this guy winning Champions League and just aim and fire at him. I think he had to give him a few games. Let it be. A few, literally. So, word is, Tuchel was massively on board with all the signings this summer and recommendations, etc. That bit surprises me. Apart from that, this is football. Let's have it right. Let's fucking have it right. But let's have it right. Name was the best player and their vocal point on attack over Salah. It seems to be like that now, isn't it? Like, if you'd have asked me from outside of the Liverpool window, I would have thought Salah was the main man, the guy that got 350 grand a week. Is Mane the better footballer? Like, we know he's doing bits in Germany, but anyone of his talent would do bits in Germany in the Bundesliga. Let's have it right. But did they give the 350 to the wrong player? Is this what you're suggesting, Rodney? Liverpool probably wouldn't have knocked that money out twice, 350 twice for both of them, especially at their ages. I do believe at their ages, both over 30 years old, one of them had to go. I did say that at the end of last season on this channel. I said this summer, the Mane-Sana partnership, don't ask me which one, but it's going to get broke up and they're going to go again. And we did speak about people like Darwin Núñez going to Liverpool that now on the stream. And pretty much, yeah, that shit has all happened. But we discussed this before this shit happened in Liverpool on this very channel. So, can one player go and fuck you like this? I don't know. It does seem that way, but I mean, I can't see the collapse being just there. I honestly think it's the midfield, bros. I think Henderson is now 52, Milner's about 64, and they're just looking a bit old and sluggish. They need some new blood. Lavea, Caicedo, Bellingham. That's the, you know what I mean? They need that young, fresh blood right there. It doesn't matter which country they're from. England, Poland, Scotland, fucking Orlando, fucking Australia, anywhere you like. They just need that young fucking blood going through that midfield again. For me, that's where it's all got stale for Liverpool. You don't have to agree with me, guys, but I do believe it's a midfield problem. Danny Klopp at the wheel. Don't you just love the banner? Yeah, mate. He's far too good for that talk, but I do get you, man. He's far too good for this. Like, no. Like, if they want to exchange Arteta for Klopp, let's do this right now. Craig, I know you're buying into that. I'm pretty sure Lee Akers will be buying into that. And it's high to where the Arsenal everywhere will go. I thought that was there's Aguero. Guys, do be getting the likes in the video. Do be subscribing. If you is new, I'll be out of here and around the hour mark. I'll be back with a bunch of downloads over the next few days. Still keeping up with the 10 p.m. live, but I'll be downloading a bunch of videos for you guys. The truth videos coming soon. What happened to Danny AFC TV, League Gunner, DT, AFTV, football from the fucking pussy football terrace. I'll be explaining the truth about all of these beefs, and then I don't want to talk about them again. I'm going to sort of lay it out how it is. We'll start off with the alcoholic from Spain. You know what I mean? We'll do it the proper way as we do on our Danny AFC TV. And then I don't want to talk about none of these clowns again. The videos come in. It's a download. It's called The Truth. The Truth with all these pagans. And then, yeah, we leave that to rest forever. Scottish. Anyways, yeah, guys, shout out to you all. We're almost done for another evening on the channel. Do give us some more comments, though. It's not quite time to go yet. Let's have at least a minimum of another 10 minutes. Craig, get involved. I think Potter's a shrewd as fuck for Chelsea. I think this is exactly what they needed, bros. I think they've been fucking around with high-profile managers. They could have brought in Ancelotti's, anyone they wanted, but I think this one's got a bit of a shrewdness written all over it. Potter is a coach. As long as he doesn't have no problem dealing with a couple of big-time Charlies, the Aubameyangs of the world, and all their bad reputations and dossiers, this big, etc. I can't see that being that many troubles for him. Will he have too much talent to his disposal? Will it drive him crazy, having to drop fucking massive players? I don't know. We're all going to find out soon, I suppose. But as far as the calculated risk goes, I think this one's a fucking winner. I'm surprised no one thought of this one quicker. Like this one, yeah. When you think about it, when you look where Brighton are, when you look at some of the signings they make, the monies they take back. What did they buy Ben White for? A blowjob sold to Arsenal for 50 million. What did they buy the left back with all the hair for? A blowjob sold to Chelsea, 63 million. Morpie they probably bought for less than a blowjob, just a quick hand job. They sold him for 15 million to Everton. The guy can't even score fucking goals. He's a good manager. Our owners and ruthless energy to sack their managers unless it's Rioja or any. Well, yeah. They weren't around when it was Rioja. But yeah, most definitely not. Arteta could not get Champions League this season again, and he will be fine for next season. This is where I don't know. It's not a give up thing or anything, and we still all love the Arsenal. But again, we all know at the end of the season, if we finish fifth, it will all be fine, and we'll run into next year as a Europa League team again. So yeah, we're pretty fucked in that respect of looking at things. If like there is no wrong that Arteta seems to be able to do in it. So even if we finish 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th this season, there still wouldn't be a change in the summer. Arteta still would be our manager. So I don't know what to say. Yeah, I haven't got too many comments on it. What can I say? I'm not a big Arteta fan. I think we all know this on the channel. I don't like Arteta. Arteta probably don't like me. Straight. What I do know is though, I'm not the one failing at Arsenal or failing to make them be a Champions League team. But we shall see come the end of the season if Arsenal are a Champions League team. Do I honestly see it at this moment? Fuck no. We've just lost to Man United 3-1. That was the first big test of the season. For me, we've had 5, I'm sorry to say, easy games. And we are obliged with 5 easy games. The problem for Arsenal is when any of the supposed top 6 come along, I still think we're due quite a few spankings this season. Why? Where's the improvement in getting spanked at Chelsea? Getting spanked by Man City? Getting spanked by Tottenham? I don't see that as an improvement. Any of you guys can, safe and all peace and love to you. But I'm not going to sit down and start screaming during this season, oh yes, Arteta's a king. I love this process. When Tottenham are fucking dispatching us 2-0 and getting Champions League football over us. I'm never going to sit down and say this is a good Arsenal. I'm never going to say Arteta's a god. I don't think we're going to be top 4 this season. I think Liverpool sort their lives out. Man City are better than God. Or you know what I mean, sorry, not blasphemous, but they're way too good. Tottenham are looking on fire. Even Richarlison's banging in goals. 2 tonight. Tottenham, Marseille. They're a Champions League team already. Ha 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 ha. And Man United. Man United, I do believe, have turned quite a big corner as well. And yes, they've beaten us and they've beaten Liverpool. Well, it's not a bad start to this season now. Yes, they got tanked by Brentford. But anyway, we're playing Brentford soon. Let's see how we fare against Brentford in a week. You know what I mean? What has Klopp just said, brother? Enough. We play Wolves in 3. We watched that. Stop laughing. We play Wolves in 3 days. They probably watched that. Klopp is a flop. The second culture at Chelsea has continued past Roman Abramovich era. Ruthless, the Chelsea border. I'm not so sure. I just reckon they need, like Peter Cech went, everyone went from the backroom staff, bros, but very quickly. The only one they seemed to hold on to was Tuchel. I believe that's because he was a Champions League winner, whatever. They should have just done it the day they walked in. That's the only thing, I suppose, yeah? But who knows? I'm not a billionaire. I don't own Chelsea. Most definitely. Shit. He was at the Tolly, I think, recently. Me and Lié could see all the posters for it. His book signing, his book launch or some bollocks. Totally forgot about it. Yeah, mate. Paul Davis was a bit of a legend. Paul Davis was a G. I might have to grab the book as well. I was more of a Michael Thomas guy. That's probably because of 89 or whatever, but yeah. Who knows? I don't know. Could be an interesting read. They probably have a lot of funny stories to tell about the George Graham era, I'll tell you that much. Getting into trouble for doing fuck all just because George Graham said no. I remember reading somewhere, Anders Limpar and Michael Thomas both went for a piss during training. And they both come back and Graham looked at both of them, basically just said that you're both getting fined a week's wages. None of you are playing on Saturday. Safe. You don't go for a piss during Arsenal training, brother. The good old days, eh? But yeah, Michael Thomas and Anders Limpar both got fined and dropped. Whoa! And dropped from the next Arsenal game for going for a piss during training. Who remembers that story, guys? Does anyone remember that story? I know, brothers. That's what I was just thinking or just said. Jesus. I can see you're most up for that one, Rodney. But guys, we're just about to bust the hour mark. Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we're new. It has been a bit of a quiet one tonight. But shouts out to all the soldiers that has been with me. Shouts out to Craig, to Lee, to Rodders, to Linda, to Akers, Hazard, everyone that's been on the stream tonight, guys. Gemma. Jesus. Man. I'm trying to think, where did I park up my car? Because it's pissing down. I'm thinking, do I have to go park it up? I think I've left it in the spot. I really can't remember. Where did I do in my car? What did I do in my car? That's bad when you can't remember where the fuck you parked your car. I think it's down at the spot. Better go downstairs, have a look. If it ain't outside, I take it as at the spot. Fucking hell. Right, who's with me? Guys, give me some more comments. Graham Potter, what do you think about Jurgen Klopp before we go? And more importantly, yes, we are back in the big European competition. Forget the Champions League. That's small fry out here. We've got the big one tomorrow, FC Zurich away. It's a 5:45 kickoff, people, so do be in the building early. Yes, there will be a watch along. No fucking about. FC Zurich versus Arsenal, 5:30 p.m. So all the people that will be working, jump in as soon as you're home from work. That's the guys like the Akers as well, the Hazards. Yeah, bros. I don't know which bit you're talking about, but yeah, we've just covered a lot as usual. Honestly, forget about it. What, the Paul Davis bit? What else? What else have we just said? Or the Paul Davis book? I can't remember. Paul Davis and the Tolly. Who knows? Hey! But guys, yes, it's Zurich next, and then Everton at home, followed by Brentford away, and then come two massive games: Tottenham and Liverpool, both at the Emirates. Thankfully, I reckon by after Tottenham Liverpool, we'll know if we're a top 4 team this season. I know we'll be on about game 10 or 11 by that time, but I'll make my predictions if Arsenal are a top 4 team lively after, I can't remember who's first, Tottenham or Liverpool. It's, let me tell you. It's Zurich tomorrow, as we know. Sunday, Everton. Then it's PSV. Right. The next Sunday, bastard. It's away at Brentford, and then it's home to Totty, and then home to Liverpool. So after Liverpool home, guys, I'll let you know if this current Arsenal team is a top 4 club, and I'll give you my predictions on where we're going to finish this season. So yeah, only 4 games to go, guys, and I'll tell you where Arsenal. I will categorically, I guarantee you, I will tell you the position Arsenal finished this season after the Liverpool game. So there's a big one, isn't it? There's a big one. I reckon I can predict where Arsenal are going to finish after the Liverpool game. So let's give it Everton home, Brentford away, home to Totty, then home to Liverpool. I'll make my full prediction about Arteta, how much of a clown he is, and where Arsenal are going for this season. On that bombshell, guys, please be getting the likes of the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. As I said, for the next couple of days, there is going to be a bunch of downloads. So please be looking out for them. Be looking out for the truth video. Where's the beefs? What's the truth with Lee Gunner, DT, all of them? Even though DT is still sitting up in jail, the little bitch. I'm going to have to drop this truth video. The truth with all the pagans. Yeah. Being at the toilet, yeah. Oh, you tried to forget? Oh, I see. You might not want to. There's a couple of reasons for that. I get it. I love it. Hold on. What's this? I think I've just not really looked at that. Danny, on a serious note, what did you make from Arsenal putting that banner up about Liam Brady? Still is a legend of our football club. Didn't see that, to be honest with you, Ross. Fucking hell. Danny, on a serious note, what did you make of Arsenal putting the banner up around Liam Brady's building? Who done that, though? Arsenal or fans? I take it fans would have done that. I don't think the club would give a fuck about Liam Brady. They don't give a fuck about Henry or Wenger. I mean, they're a lot more closer history than Liam Brady, for respect, even though Liam Brady was a fucking legend of the club. I don't know, didn't see it. I have no comment. That's me. Yeah, you got me for once, bro. Fuck me, you got me speechless. I didn't see it. I had no idea. When was this? What, the last home game? No, bath, bros. But who's with me, people? Please be getting the likes in the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Let's go for another minute or two and then we're out in the building. As I said, it's FC Zurich tomorrow. The real European competition. No fake ones now. No Champions League. We've got the real European competition starting tomorrow. Europa League Thursdays are back. Oh, God. I thought even if Arteta would be past this Europa League team by now, you know that. But I'm afraid we ain't. And on that note, I'm out in the building, guys. Shouts out to you, all the acres. Craig, please get at me on Twitter. Get at me on the groups. I'm going to be active for a little while. I knocked out before the stream for a few hours, so I know it's going to keep me awake. But yeah, peace out to you all. Please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. I'll see you tomorrow at 5:30. Zurich v Arsenal. Don't be late into the building, people. Yeah. Any kids going fly? I don't know who's flying out yet. I haven't seen the official fucking squad. I've heard was he a little left back, Souza or something. He's gone out there. And Ketty will obviously play. Matt Turner. Hey, I'm Matt Turner, y'all. I'm here to save Arsenal. He'll be in goal, I take it. You'll probably see Cedric at right back. Fuck knows. Tierney at left back, I suppose, because he only really had no minutes this season. So Holding the Great will come in at centre back. Alongside him, I don't know. I'd like to see Saliba or Gabriel given a break. But it'll be Holding and somebody. I thought even El Neni could play centre back this season, but El Neni's out for a minute, mate. So that is not happening. So centre back interesting tomorrow. He should just throw. So we must have one defender in the academy worth a fucking piss, worth a Mars bar. Seriously, we must have one kid that can play tomorrow against FC Zurich. I don't care. Then the Arsenal Football Club put a banner up about Liam Brady midfielder. Liam Brady midfielder for England. We all know he was Irish. Wow, serious? So I was about to say England. Are you trying it, son? He's fucking Irish. Wow. What was that in aid of? His birthday? I don't get it. Like, there's got to be a missing link. Like, was it like 10 years to the day that he got sacked from the club for pretty much no reason or something? I don't know. What did Liam Brady leave the club for? I know he worked for us in some department. Doing fuck knows what. I have no idea. Charlie George still sort of works for the club. He does like the tours and the celebrity tour, obviously. He does do bits for Arsenal. I know that, Charlie George. I knew that just from working in the Labrocks. Used to fucking bet him there, Mr. Charlie George. He was a monitored customer, actually. Monitored. How fucked up is that, monitoring people? It was basically just because he was a big better, so you had to monitor him. Literally just write down all the bets he had, like, and weigh it up at the end of the day. Like, if he spent $4 grand, how much did he win? Do you know what I mean? Absolutely, guys. Absolutely fucking terrible. You can't be doing that. I'm wondering what it was in aid of, though. Was it his birthday? Like, did someone just make a fucking tragic fuck up somewhere? Why are they just throwing up banners and then getting it wrong? Just seems a bit wrong, no? Literally, just seems a bit wrong. But, no, I don't get it. I don't get why that would have happened, what it was all about, what's the logic behind it. God knows. Was it his birthday? Like, why are they throwing out banners and then getting banners wrong? Shouts out to you, though, Craig. Shouts out to everyone in the building. Yeah, any last minute comments before I do go? As I said, Zurich, be in the building tomorrow, 5:30 p.m, guys. I'll put that stream up soon. And then I'll be back for probably a reaction at 10 p.m. tomorrow. Fuck it. Business as usual on the channel. Excuse me. But it is time for me to go. I'm not going to drag it out. So, yeah, guys, until Zurich tomorrow, peace out. Have an amazing night. Have a better day tomorrow. And I'll see you at 5:30 p.m. for the real big European competition in our lives. Yes, guys. It's Europa League Thursdays, motherfucker.